These tenants owe their landlords $60,000, but they're not paying.
Would you pay rent anywhere that you can't take a bath, or you got holes in your apartment and you're infested with bugs? I don't think so. I have like holes in my wall, I have mold in my windows, I have mold in the tub. I have went a week without taking a bath because of how my tub is operating.
These renters, part of a tenant union in Kansas City, Missouri, are withholding their rent, launching the first coordinated rent strike in decades. But their target isn't just their landlord, it's also the federal government.
I'm on strike for me and for my neighbors. Yeah. No one deserves to live like this.
Tenants at Quality Hill Towers, one of the two buildings KC tenants are striking, say their landlord, Sentinel, rarely addresses complaints about living conditions. But Sentinel has spent nearly $1 million on payroll and marketing.
I've been at Quality Hill Towers since September of 2021. Nothing has changed over the 3 years I've been here. I'm flooding in 601, I moved to 401, I'm flooding. It's the same thing. You got some people that can't turn their sink on.
After repeatedly trying to get their basic needs met, KC tenants members of Quality Hill Towers and Independence Towers are collectively withholding over $60,000 in rent to force their landlord's hands.
It's a really good idea to not let one person fight the fight. It's strength in numbers. And I feel like it's probably one of the best ways to get something accomplished.
We stand 10 toes down.
Striking tenants are targeting both their corporate landlords and the agency that oversees their loans, the Federal Housing Finance Agency. Quality Hill Towers and Independence Towers have received a combined $15 million in loans from Fannie Mae.
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are two government-sponsored banks that do $150 billion in business with our landlords every year.
Through Fannie and Freddie, our tax dollars subsidize unresponsive slumlords like Sentinel.
So we're not only demanding fixes from the landlord, we're also demanding that the regulator take a proactive and aggressive stance to address the systemic issues by attaching national rent caps as a condition of every federally backed loan.
Tenants have three demands: a national rent cap.
National rent caps would look like 3% annual rent increase caps or better.
A change in ownership of the two buildings they're striking.
The new ownership looks like Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac putting the owners of these properties into receivership and giving the tenants in the buildings a seat at the table to determine who is actually the next steward of their property.
And the right to collectively bargain for better leases.
It's the idea that tenants, like workers on a job site, can get together and actually bargain for a better contract with their landlord that protects them in their homes.
We are looking to hopefully foreclose on Sentinel and bring in a new landlord, but with some sort of agreement that they do not raise rent and don't allow us to live in the slums, basically the projects of downtown.
Today, tenants are paying more money than they've ever paid in rent for worse conditions than they've ever endured. So the 1st of this month was a great opportunity to strike. The 1st of next month will be a great opportunity to strike, and on until tenants win what we are owed.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to hear more stories just like this one. And if there's a story you'd like us to cover next, leave it in the comments below.